were tentative. And then it was almost like we got the goal to make it 2-1, and the opposite happened. And we got after them pretty good and got some opportunities. I was so pleased with how hard we competed, even when we were down 2-0. And then we made some nice plays, and we kept after it. So, you know, we go 3 for 6 on the power play, which is huge for us. Special team deals, and they only went 1 for 7 on theirs. They have one of the best power plays in the nation, and they're one of the best penalty killing teams in the nation. So we were fortunate that we had everybody going the right way the second half of that game. It was nice to have Garrett Noonan back. He gets a power play goal for us, and I thought he played extremely well. Danny obviously had a great game. Danny's line played great. But overall, I thought we came back from the dead. I thought the game could have been a lot worse in the first half of the game. We hung in there, and then we got a little life, and we took advantage of it. Now we have a chance to not only win a championship, but if we do, we'll have a chance to go to another tournament, which is what we'd like to do as well. And we'll have all we can handle playing Lowell tomorrow night because of how they played us the first 3 games. I was real pleased with my team. I was real pleased with my special teams. And we got a very, very competitive effort tonight.
Question this time for Garrett or Danny? Andy in the front.
Andy Merritt, New England Hockey Journal. Garrett, can you talk about what it meant to come back for this game, and did it take any time to get back into the rhythm of things?
For myself? Yeah, it did take a little bit. I thought in the first period I was a little tentative, and it's tough to get back in, especially against BC. It was such a fast-paced team, but and then the puck went in off my stick. It was kind of a bad hop, so starting the second, I just kind of had a clean sheet, and I just went out and played, and I thought I got better as the game went on.
More questions for the players right up front here.
Annie Maroon, Daily Free Press. Danny, about midway through the second period, all of a sudden you guys are getting odd man rushes, you're getting breakaways. Did BC's defense start doing something different, or were you guys just energized?
I think we just finally figured it out. You know, Coach telling us to play the wings out of the zone, and our D's made some great looks up the ice, and Nieto and Rodriguez are, you know, tough to keep track of. You know, they slipped behind them a couple times, and a couple skilled guys, tough to contain sometimes. So I think it was more us adjusting to them than them really changing.
More questions? Joe in the back.
Joe Mallotti, College Hockey News. For Danny, after the first period, you guys are getting outshot pretty bad. It's only 1-0. Your classmate Sean McGuire is a big part of that. Just talk about his play tonight, and just overall, you know, his, I guess, role in getting you guys to the Hockey Championship game.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable. I mean, like you said, the first period it could have been easily 2 or 3-0, and then second period the same. They were just relentless the whole game, and Maggie's been unbelievable throughout this whole stretch, the last 8 games or so, however long it's been. And you know, we're going to rely on him for the same thing tomorrow. And he's the most competitive kid I know, so I know he's going to bring it tomorrow too.
More questions for the players? John in the front.
Thank you. For Danny, everyone knew that if you guys lost, this would be Jack's last game. How much was that a motivating factor for you, whether it was spoken or not, when things were looking bleak?
Yeah, it wasn't really spoken before the game, but I think, you know, especially after the first period, we kind of realized that, you know, such a great coach, we weren't going to let him lose to BC at the Garden his last game, and we kind of were willing to do whatever it took.
How much appreciated.
Any final questions for the players at all? Right here in front.
Kevin Dillon, Daily Free Press. Garrett, obviously you were talking to us yesterday about how you're not going to miss this game because of the BC. So how do you feel now that you've taken down BC?
It's obviously good to beat BC in the Garden. I don't know if we have yet in my career here, but I don't know. The job's not done yet, and we need to win tomorrow. And it was a good win tonight.
All right, guys, you can head back to the locker room. More questions at this time for Coach Parker. Jim.
Jim Conley from U.S. College Hockey Online. The the game seemed like two different games, but also the special teams side seemed like two different games. It seemed like it could have been your Achilles heel, and then you turned things around on the PK and on the power play. Can you just talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I thought BC, even when we stopped them, they got a lot of shots and they got an awful lot of shots on their power plays. Our goaltender played great. We blocked a lot of shots. We blocked 24 shots, and we blocked some of them on the power play. But I thought that the way they were moving them, that first unit, it's almost like they have one unit and then they don't have another power play, because they got all 5 guys in that first unit and they really move it around. So if you can survive that first minute, or a minute and 20 they leave them out there for, then you might be able to survive the power play. I thought our guys did a good job trying to stay in shooting lanes, get our stick extended. They're 2-point men. I think they've got 6 and 8 power play goals. That's not usual. Usually guys down below get them all. So we wanted to make sure we just try to take away shooting lanes and also get our sticks extended when we went to them. And we did a pretty good job of that. But they tic-tac-toed quite a few, and I think they hit a pipe once on the power play, and I think they had a couple of golden opportunities that either they shot it wide or we made our goaltender made a great save. But once we got the goal, then all of a sudden our power play looked pretty sharp, and we moved the puck pretty well against a very difficult team to move against because they pressure so much.
Questions for Coach Ray?
Mike Coffey, WCVB Channel 5. Coach, talk about how special this is for you to be arch rival in this scenario, the way they fought back, and what it kind of means to you, because this could have been your last game.
First of all, anytime you play BC anywhere, and anytime you play them in the Garden, it's always great to win. It's a huge game. We have our backs to the wall. We played pretty well down the stretch here, but we buried ourselves earlier in January and February, early February, and we have to win to continue the season. But more importantly, I think we have to win for our seniors, not for me. We have to win for these guys who would like to win a championship. After the way we played in the Garden a month ago, I didn't think we were going to be here this time around. But with the way we fought back and got home ice and took advantage of home ice by beating a really good Merrimack team, and then get by BC tonight, I'm very proud of these guys, and I'm very happy for them that they have a chance to play for a championship. We'll see what happens.
Scott in front.
U.S. College Hockey Online. Coach, one win away from 2 great accomplishments for this team, national tournament berth and league championship, of course, but on the other hand, you got Lowell, who's won 11 out of 12 games and had your number pretty well of late. What's going to have to be different tomorrow night to pull out a win?
They've got everybody's number, but they've beaten us all 3 games so far. We're going to have to be... we're going to have to see if we can possess the puck in their zone. They're tenacious defensively. They don't spend a lot of time in their zone. They block a lot of shots in front of their goal. They really pack it in, and they play a little different style of D-zone coverage than most other teams do. And we're going to have to adjust from what we saw tonight to what they play. And also, I think they have a really good power play. We have to stay out of the box, which we didn't do tonight. And we have to be as good on special teams against them as we were tonight against BC.
One final for Jack.
Both freshman goalies have played pretty well to this point, so.
Joe in the back.
Jack, same question I asked Danny, more last time you guys were here. Pardon me, the last time you guys played hockey is final year against Lowell. You have a freshman goalie. Kind of a similar situation here. Talk about, I guess, comparing this season with 2 freshman goalies to 4 years ago with 2 freshman goalies.
Well, the difference was we won the national championship and we were the best team from wire to wire almost all year. We won every tournament we played in that year. Both freshman goalies started off playing well that year. Kieran Milan took over the job because of an injury and played extremely well the rest of the way. And then Rowie he got a few more games, but he didn't play a lot because Kieran was hot as a pistol. And he took us all the way to the national championship. This year we had 2 freshman goalies that played almost every other game all year. And then Matty went down with a collapsed lung. And they were both playing well. Matty really played well in the first semester. And after his very first game, I thought Sean really played well almost all year long. He had maybe one or two not great games for him the rest of the way. But when Matty went down, it looked like he even picked up the pace even more and got a lot more confident. He was the guy I better be on every night, and he certainly has been on so far.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck tomorrow night.